Prominent figures, friends and associates of the late Senator Ayogu Eze have been paying tribute to the veteran journalist and frontline politician who died on Thursday at the age of 65. In a message he personally signed, the Enugu State Governor, Peter Mba, expressed deep grief over the death of Ayogu Eze, who, until his demise, was the member representing Enugu State on the board of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Mba said it is difficult to come to terms with such a monumental loss to the state and Nigeria as a whole, noting that the late senator served the nation creditably, starting from his home state, Enugu, where he served in several capacities to the national level. Those who spoke with Signature Television described Ayogu Eze as a man of the people who related well with virtually everyone, irrespective of position or status. Honorable Martin Oke, representing Ibuetiti Uzowani Federal Constituency in Enugu, recounts how devastated he was when he first heard the news of Ayogu Eze's passing. The former Speaker of the Enugu State House of Assembly, Eugene Odo, recalled Eze's commitment to his constituents and the number of people he facilitated their employment in federal and other establishments.
I was on an oversight function at David Maha Teaching Hospital at Uburu in Ebonyi State. On my way back around 5:30 p.m. I was in the bus and one of my colleagues talked about, said he just got an emergency call that a senator from the Southwest, Senator Eze, died. I said, which Senator Eze? So we were with one Senator Eze representing Ebonyi State 2 days ago, that we flew on the same flight to Enugu. He says not, it's from Enugu. I said, please show me the picture. And lo and behold, it was Senator Ayogu Eze. I collapsed.
One interesting thing about Senator Ayogu Eze is that he is not the normal conventional politician who try to front whatever he has done for his people in the social media. Little did people know that he has done such kind of appointment in that zone. Little did people know that he was the person who facilitated the FRC and everybody's enjoying as a president. Little did people know that some of the boreholes that people are enjoying in the senatorial zone were dug by Senator Ayogu Eze. Because for him, he believes that there's no point trying to showcase whatever he has done, because he believes that his people originally are entitled to such benefits. He's been able to facilitate the employment of over 151 persons in parastatals under the Ministry of Information, which ranges from NTA, FRCN, News Agency of Nigeria, and VON. Another establishment that he might have opportunity to influence appointment for his people.
Former Commissioner for Lands in Enugu State, Chidiaro, spoke of the dedication of the late senator in public service.
At 65, approximately 66, Senator Ayogu Eze is an accomplished person. Is somebody who started his life as a journalist and got to the zenith of that profession. As editor in Guardian, as a prolific writer in Newswatch, a man who sat on the same table with the likes of Dan Abase and Dele Giwa and all that. Senator Ayogu Eze is one of the materials that it is tough to talk about replacement. You're talking about a journalist who got to the zenith of his profession. You're talking about a man who became a pioneer secretary of the People's Democratic Party in Enugu State. You're talking about a man who became special advisor to Governor Kwesile Nwodo. You're talking about a man who became Commissioner of Information in Enugu State. You're talking about a man who became Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chairman of the Senate Committee on Information, the spokesman of the Nigerian Senate. You're talking about a man who, in his second term at the Nigerian Senate, became Senate Chairman, Committee of Works. You're talking about the man who served in the board of Nigerian Ports Authority as director And you're talking about a man who died as a member of the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission in Nigeria. You see, it's something that, like I said, words fail us. In what amount of time are you going to be able to build somebody of this quality?
Dr. Dave Namani highlighted Eze's resilience and tenacity during his tenure in the Senate, praising his steadfastness in pursuing his goal, while Tony Nwachukwu described Ayogu Eze as a man of integrity who stood by his words, unlike many politicians.
Ayogu Eze is a man that is difficult to define who he is. He has many characters. Ayogu he's rugged. He is strong. Enugu State and Nigeria know that they have lost somebody. In the floor of the Senate, if he stands up to talk, everybody knows that a senator is talking. He was Senate Committee Chairman for Information. He was Senate Committee Chairman for Works. In those areas, he made his mark. It's difficult to say, for one to even say who Ayogu is. Ayogu is an enigma. Where, in different areas of life, is it in education? He helped a lot of people. Is it in employment? Ayogu, in one swoop, employed a lot of people from the Soka Senatorial Zone. And not only from Soka Senatorial Zone, he employed people from other zones in the country.
One thing about him is he's not a trickster like you will see politicians, lie, use their tongues to lie, and at the end of the day they will tell you it's a game. Well, Ayogu don't play game with his mouth. That's our species issues. For me, he continued to be one of the last genuses that lived because of his person, his spirituality, and his mindset. So for me, is truthful. And if you have people who are truthful, they live a while, and then somehow something comes and take them away.
Senator Ayogu Eze had a distinguished career in journalism, having worked in leading Nigerian publications, including the Guardian newspaper and the Newswatch magazine. He also had a successful career in politics, having occupied various positions, including serving as Commissioner for Information in Enugu State and later as a member of the Senate. Ayogu Eze's voice in the Red Chamber was very loud and outstanding, and as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Information, he saw to the establishment of a radio station in his senatorial district apart from those that were offered employment. After his re-election in 2011, he was appointed chairman of the Senate Committee on Works, during which he became a vocal advocate for infrastructure development. Senator Ayogu Eze is no doubt leaving behind a legacy of integrity, dedication and service to his community, his state and the nation.